Hey everybody, this is Tracy, your dancing realtor in Dalton, Georgia. But anyway, I want to talk to you today about a question I get asked a lot, and it's because I deal with a lot of first-time homeowners or buyers or people that haven't bought a house in years. And they're like, how long does it take from start to finish? When I find me a house, I put in an offer on it, how long does it take? So I'm going to go over that with you. When you put in an offer, what will happen, you will pay, once the offer is accepted, you come to an agreement, you will pay earnest money. You usually have to turn that in about 3 days. It's all negotiated, 5 days, 5 business days. You turn in the earnest money. Now that money will go towards your down payment or your closing costs. So it's just showing them that you're interested. So once you do that, then up front, also, you're going to negotiate a due diligence time. And that's a time where you can inspect. So if I'm representing you as a buyer, I'm going to want you to do a home inspection, because you want to make sure everything's like it's supposed to be. There might be something that they don't even know that's wrong. So you're going to do a home inspection. And during that time, that'll be during your due diligence time, you'll do the home inspection. If they find something that's wrong with the house, if it's just cosmetic, but if it's something, there's different options you can do. You can negotiate a credit with the sellers, or you can have them fix things, ask them to fix things, or you can walk away. This is another negotiation. As long as you're in your due diligence during that period of time, you can decide what you want to do. The seller is usually willing to either fix some stuff, do some negotiation or something. But if it's something you're not comfortable with, you as a buyer do have the option to walk away during that due diligence time. While all this is going on, the lender has all your information. They're getting documentation from you. So please, anything they're asking for, please be sending it to them so they can be working on the loan process. Once you get through the due diligence, the inspection, then the lender will send out an appraiser. The appraiser will let them know the value of the property. And we just pray that it comes in, for the right value so we can buy it with no hiccups or anything. If it doesn't, for any reason, there's some options there. You can renegotiate the price, and because you really don't want to pay more than the appraised value. Now, if you feel like the appraised value is wrong, you can dispute it. So we can always dispute the appraised value, or we can, we can pay more down that if we need to, if we still want the house based on the appraisal, if the seller isn't ready to come down. So once we get through the inspection, we get through the appraisal, then what's going to happen is the lender will get everything done. They'll get everything together. Anything they need to follow up on, any more documentation, they'll send it to the underwriters. We're waiting to hear the magic words from the lender, and that is clear to close. Once we get that means everything's been checked out. It's went to the underwriters. We are clear to close. So we're so excited. We'll have a closing date that we're going to close. And like I say, we're celebrating at this point. Once it does that, where it's the closing date, what I normally do is we do a final walkthrough the day of closing. I usually try to do it an hour or so before closing. We go to the house and we make sure everything's in the condition that we originally made our offer. We might say, we want to make sure there's no holes in the wall. Nothing's happened, that they're completely moved out and that it is in the original condition. Something else you want to look for on that date, if you ask for any repairs, that they have been made to your satisfaction. And if, like I had one, and I had asked them to leave the refrigerator. And we get there for the final walkthrough before we close, and the refrigerator was gone. Of course, we got with the lender, we worked it out, it all worked out. But this is something you need to do before closing. That way there's no question. Once you sign the papers, you don't want to have to go back and try to negotiate getting your refrigerator. So anyway, that's something you do. You'll go through that day you'll go through the final walkthrough. Then you'll go to the attorney's office or title company, and that's closing day. You'll sign all your papers. Everything will be officially recorded, and the home is yours. You'll get the keys and you'll get to celebrate being a homeowner. This is the most wonderful part of the journey. It is a journey going through this, but I promise you, it's so well worth it. So that's the whole journey that you're going to go through from the time you make your offer and it's accepted till you get your keys in your hand.